Hello, this is a new guide on how to make stock bills. So I'll explain where you use them, how you get some in the early game, and how can you make 10,000 an hour. And it's going to be a bit later, but I'll show you very soon. So, where do you trade stock bills? Very easy. You can trade stock bills in region development and going into outpost management. So the only resource we're going to be focused on in the early game is this one right here. Because this is simple and easy to make, and you're not going to have much in the early game, we're going to be focusing on this in the first 2 minutes of the video. So, let's get started. So at the start, you're not going to have much. You're going to have something called a refining unit. And you're going to need about 4 of these for this method. So you're going to place about 1, 2, and 3. You can place 1 or 2 or just 1, however you like, but in this video I'll do 3. Next, you're going to need one of these to power all of them, because without this, this will not work and it won't make orange and crust for you to trade for stock bills. So make sure this is in its radius. Is very easy to see. The blue lines, the blue square is its radius. If it goes outside of it, you can see they're not powered. If this goes inside of it, like they turn white, then they're powered. Next, check and put in iridium ore in the 3 of these that you're going to be using from your core. So as you can see, they all have iridium ore in it. Next, you're going to put conveyor belts connecting to all of them. So they're supplying the refining units iridium ore to craft into iridium crust. And next, you're going to bring them all the way around and put them into your core. What this does, is going to supply your stash with iridium crust every minute. And a good way to actually check this is, the game does not explain it, but this will be very easy for you, is you can just go up to it and you can see there's something called protocol management. If you go in there and click on reports, you can see all the materials that are being made and how much are made per minute. As you can see, I have a lot of iridium ore being mined and being used, and I have all these materials being used. Yield is how much you are producing, usage is how much you are using, and it's going to tell you how much you're using and making per minute. The blue is yield, yellow is usage. I'll explain more about that very soon, but we're going to focus on this. Now as you can see, with just those 4, I am making 90 a minute, which means every minute I am making 90 stock bills in the early game. This is very good when you're starting off, because you're not going to have much, and this is a constant way of making it. As long as you have one important item you're going to be unlocking very soon, which is not this mining rig, but the auto mining rig. This one is very, very good. I suggest keep going through the story until you unlock this, and this is very, very good, very, very helpful as well. Okay, so as you can see, I'm making about 90. This is very simple. You don't have to lay out like this specifically, but it's so simple, I don't think I have to really tell you how you can do it in your way. This is extremely simple. It's just 1. Now, letting you know this is a video with no cuts. This is raw material, so it's easy for you to follow. So next thing I'm going to show you is how you actually make that 10k, because this is just going to get you 8,000. I'm going to show you, little gents, how to make that little bit more. You know what I mean. You guys want that money. You guys want that money. Me too. So I'm going to show you now. This is going to require a lot more, so I'm going to show you what you're going to need before you start making this. So how you're going to make this is going to go into your AIC plan, and these are what you're going to need. 1, you're going to need the planting units. So you're going to need the seed unit and planting unit. Next, you're going to need to unlock this, which is the filling unit. This is going to be very important for the next step on how to make even more. So you're already gonna have this unlocked, you're gonna have this unlocked, and you're gonna have this unlocked. I'm proud of you got this far, by the way. Now, what are we making? And it requires all this. The resource we're gonna be making now, which is gonna be a step up, is this. The bug capsules type C. This is more easy, and this will make even more. As you can see, there's 8 of these, 800. You can see 800. But if you see how I have 2K, 2K will be 20,000. Now, I'm making about, if we can just go take a look back in the reports, I'm making about 12 a minute. Which, 12 a minute in 1 hour is 7,000. So if you add on with this, with being around 8,000 an hour, you're already making 10,000 with this method. And I'm going to show you how to build it. So first thing you're going to need is a planting unit and a seed unit. And I'm going to show you how to make it infinite. So this is what I'm going to require. So it's going to need 1 seed unit, 2 planting units, and you're going to place them like so. So 1, just place this anywhere. Doesn't have to be exactly where I put it. It can be anywhere. Now next, make sure these are facing away from each other, like so. 1 seed unit in the middle, and you're going to have 2 planting units on each side of it. Next, connect conveyor belts. So have the seed unit going into both of them. Have 1 planting unit, like which one you want, going back into the seed unit. Next, have 1 of these going all the way into your core or into a stash box. Now next, you're going to need to power this, so you need to have 1 of these. As long as it's powering it, that's important. What this will do is, this will make a seed, which we're going to put into the planting unit. That planting unit will turn it back into a plant. This one's going to send it back in here, while this one's going to send it in here, and it's going to bring it all the way and bring it in. And how it's going to work is this. You're going to need buck flowers. And you're going to put 20, I say at least try to get 20, so it'll be easy. And as you can see, 1 buck flower will make 2 seeds. And the seed unit will split those 2 seeds into 1 and put them in each plant. This unit's job is going to be remaking those seeds back into buck flowers, so this stays self-sufficient. It's going to send 1 seed unit to this one, which is going to produce a buck flower, and it's going to send back into your stash. A way to actually check this, if you're on PlayStation, you click L2, and you can go here to your backpack, and you can see your stash. The only way to actually check this, if you're inside the radius, like so, if I'm inside here, I can see my stash. If I'm outside, I can no longer see it. So make sure you're in the radius so you can do this. Now next, once you have made this is the next step you're going to need to do. This is going to require 3 of these, 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to need this mine already unlocked. So you're going to need mining units on a mine with this material, because if you don't have this material being mined right now, pause the video and go to this mine and put auto miners there right now, because you're going to need this. So here's how I'm going to build it. It's very simple, it's not too hard. Try it, follow it, and I'll try and make sure it's easy for you. So 1, you're going to need 2 refining units. Let's place 1 right here, 1 right next to it, and you're going to need a shredding unit. And you're going to place it right next to it as well. Next, you're going to place a mounting unit right down here, another mounting unit right over here, and next, the big thing, a filling unit. Now, there's not enough space here, so I can't put it here. So I'm just going to put it to the side over here, where there's still space for it to actually work with. So I'm going to place it right over here. Next, you're going to connect conveyor belts to all of them, and this one over here from the shredding unit, and you're going to put the refining units going into the mounting units. Now next, into the refining units, you're going to make sure all of these have this ore specifically going into refining units. And remember how I said about the buck flowers? That's where these come in. You're going to need these buck flowers because if you go in here, the filling unit makes the buck capsules, and this requires buckflower powder and the bottles. And the mounting units are going to make the bottles from this material right here, and this material is going to be made from the refining units from the raw material, as you can see. So once you connect them all up, put the conveyor belts all together, and next you need to power them, and you're going to put it as long, like anywhere, as long as it actually powers it. Problem is I did not make this very well. I have a better version of it right over here. As you can see, this is more streamlined. It's just straight down. You only need one of these. If you see right here, this is powering pretty much a lot of them. The blueprint for this will be in the comment section. I'll make sure I have it in there, or it'll be in the description for you. And I'll name it. The name will be right over here. It'll be Heal Factory 1.2. And I'll have its code in there for you to copy. So if you don't want to like manually make this, it will be in there for you to copy very easy. Now next thing you're gonna have to do, you notice I didn't connect this yet, right? Because you're in a bit of the late game now, boy. You don't need to put them back in here. What you're gonna need now is a stash unit, which you just go through. You're gonna use a protocol stash unit. You're gonna put it right next to your filling unit. This is gonna go into the stash unit, and what the stash unit does, it does the same thing as the auto mining, which will transfer any material in here straight into your valley depot, which is your core right here. So all this material, all that, is gonna go straight in there. And just to clarify, I now have 3 of these running. So you can see I have 2 right here running. This generates 6 a minute. This also generates 6 a minute. And this is going to be generating another 6. You don't need to have 3 of these. You can have 2 of them running. And I suggest having 2 of them because it will give you 12 and that will give you 7,000. If you have 3 running, that can give you 10,000 by itself. And if we check over here, protocol, you can see already I'm making 18 a minute, which is over 1,000 an hour, which is also 10,000. So if you combine what I told you before, if you craft these from the start of the video and now you're up to here, you're now making around 18 to 14,000. 14,000 to 18,000 stock builds you're gonna make. So if you go on this part video, I'm happy. Plus, this is a very good guide. This is very simple. This is exactly what I did, how I got this far into the game. I'm not too far in the game, but that's how I got up to level 3. That's exactly how I did it. I'm just showing you how I did it. And as you can see, I'm just making more, and I can just give that away. There'll be more content coming soon. I'll be posting more guides, more videos. So stick around. I'm still going to be uploading. This is like my first guide I've ever made. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope all of you have a good day. So, and last thing, the factory must go, boy. The factory must be getting bigger. The factory never sleeps.